It was late afternoon when a guy entered a Greek temple of Athena in Greece, and he found a weird statue on the ground. Okay, the temple was full of statues, but this statue was different. Was on the ground, and it was not a warrior, it was not a soldier, a god. He was this young guy in the action of screaming, of asking for help. And it was very weird. A little time later, they found out that that statue was not a statue. No one made it crafted. But it was a young boy called Iphicles. But let's go a little back. How this little boy, this young boy, turned into a statue in the middle of this Greek temple. They started to do, the analysis, the inspection, and this boy was friend of Medusa. Medusa was a priestess of Athena, okay? She was a very beautiful priestess. She was known all around Greece for being that beautiful. And Athena was even a little, upset by that. People are coming to my temple not to worship me, but because they want to enjoy this beauty talking about me. But it was not the problem. We have to go a little more back. Athena, the goddess of warfare, of diplomacy, had a so long fight with Poseidon for the city of Athens. Because the city of Athens was not called like that before. It was called Athens after the people choose as the patron of the city Athena and not Poseidon. And Poseidon never forgave that. Okay, he always had, and it was a very short-tempered guy, so he always had a thing for that. What happened later? That at some point in the long life of Greece was born this girl, this girl called Medusa, that had this friend Iphicles, that had a couple of sisters, and she was so devoted to the goddess of Athena that she wanted to become a priestess of her. And yeah, she started her career. As I told you before, she got very famous all around Greece. But at some point, something happened. Poseidon decided to take a revenge on Athena, trying with the priestess Medusa. But trying with the priestess Medusa said no, because Athena was a virgin, and to be pure, to be, as pure as her, she could not give up to Poseidon, even if Poseidon was, a god, a good-looking god, the lord of the sea. But she said no. But Poseidon didn't accept the no. So what he did was following Medusa in the temple of Athena, and do that thing that I would not feel comfortable to say exactly here. But he did it to her. And when he finished and he went away, Medusa was there, vulnerable, weak, in the temple of Athena, alone. And Athena came up, from nothing. And she was on anger, on fury, because she said, I am a virgin, pure goddess, and you destroyed the purity of this temple, doing this with Poseidon, even if it was against your will. Why you let Poseidon enter the temple and do this to you? You should have never come to the temple asking for protection. You should have waited outside, letting Poseidon do what he wanted outside and not inside the temple. So she cursed her. She cursed her with this thing of with the snakes all around her head, the tail. She turned her into a monster. And one thing happened before is that when Poseidon was following her inside the temple, Iphicles, the best friend of Medusa, tried to stop him. Okay, but of course he could do nothing against the god. So Poseidon just, slapped him away. And when finally Iphicles got up and went back to the temple to see what happened to Medusa to help his best friend, he found this monster. And this monster, without wanting that, she looked at Iphicles and she turned him, her best friend, into a statue. After that, she found, a place to hide in a forest. That was another temple of Athena, because she never stopped. She was protecting the temple, and all the strangers that were coming to her, she was taking care of them, but she was never stopping worshipping Athena. And after a long time, Athena realized that she was not someone that destroyed the purity of her temple, but that she was probably the best and most devoted priestess she would ever found. So she asked Perseus to go to help her to finish that tragedy. And she gave to Perseus this shield, this shining shield. And when Perseus went to the temple to help her to end her life, he used the shield to distract her, to then be able to cut her head. So then he could have used for other purposes. This is an incredible story, and the fun fact is that from the blood of Medusa on the ground of the temple was born the Pegasus, the flying horse, meaning that Medusa probably was pure inside. Okay, she was not awful. She did everything great. It was just the fault of Poseidon, but her blood was pure. Her heart was pure. Thank you for following me.